boy. Hi, guys. Hi. Hello, Guy, Blaze, Kitten to Death, Alex, Cryo, Instant Seas, Club, hello. Hi. 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 I'm already scared. Alex, you know what Paranormasight is? This is its sequel. It was announced literally, 2 weeks ago during the Nintendo Direct, and it came out today. I'm terrified. I'm scared. I'm not looking forward to this. We're gonna be okay, right? Right, guys? We'll be okay. I do remember last time I opened this for the first time. Neko looks sick. Neko's terrified. I remember last time I played a Paranormasight game, it had something happen the first time. This one. I opened it. So this time I wanted to open it live for the very first time. Can this turn on, please? Thank you. There we go. You have no idea what was announced, and you're currently EP, so you're just gonna be here in the meantime. You're sure things will go swimmingly? Oh, God. I'm gonna warn you, though, headphone warning. Because last time I blew a couple of people's ears out, with the headphones. Oh boy, okay. Click. I'll set it as its own source in a minute, but oh, the music's back. Eeps. Well, I don't have that, so. Oh boy. Oif. Is this like where they want me to have it? I'm not doing that shit. Absolutely not. Oh, Cryo! Unfortunately, the thing didn't want to work. Fantastic. Stream elements, please. Oh, come on. It was working last night. Anywho, let's turn this down a little. Woo! There's no voice volume this time. Remember last time I went into these audio settings and I went, there's gonna be something to do with this voice slider. Oh boy. Oh. Okay. Oh boy. Thanks, Cryo. Let me set off an alert so that I can make sure they're on. There it goes. Breathe.
Duffy subscribed on YouTube.
Whatever. I'm scared. That's how it's gonna be. Got it. Got it. Got it. Whew. Headphone warning. We got our headphone warning. Let me set this as an actual thing though. Da, 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 Okay. How is the sound, guys? Is it too loud? Is it too quiet? How is it? Da, 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 da. Okay. It's gonna be okay. All right. Oh boy. Ding, ding, ding. My apologies for the wait. Welcome, welcome. Does it have that? Yes, yes, Guy, it does. Welcome, welcome. How wonderful it is to see you again. I am the storyteller, your guide to the world of Paranormasight. Now then, I understand you might be keen to dive into our story. But there are some important matters I must address first.
Say money can't buy happiness? Look at that fucking smile on my face.
So please, bear with me a while longer. First, this game uses autosave. Okay, makes sense. The game will automatically save at regular intervals, so you may stop playing at any time. Next, please look at the upper right of the screen. That's the menu button. Fantastic. Profile. Ah! Jesus! The guide to those who visit Paranormasight. Everything else about him remains a mystery. I don't know. I think that chin's a little bit square to be a woman, Guy. Oh boy. From here, you can check the text log, view files, and adjust your settings for auto mode. You can also adjust the volume and other game settings in the options menu. Hello, Bacon. If you find that certain effects make the text difficult to read, you may turn them off. I recommend you check the brightness, controls, and other settings now before continuing. Joke's on you, I did it already. I can look again, though. It's not terrible to look at it again. Because maybe something changed in here. Nope, nope. Nope, nope. Nope, doesn't look like anything changed. Oh, underwater. Ooh. Okay. No, don't restore. Oh, no. Back. The mysterious girl with amnesia we saw in the trailer is either the mermaid or associated with it? Maybe. We'll see if you're right. Woo! We got a gameplay guide. Yay! Woo! Okay. Now, let us go over the basic controls. When the game is in your control, you may drag the screen to look at your surroundings. You will once again be able to move after this, so take a... No! Ah! Already? Ah! No! god! Oh! Last time he fucking jumped me! Oh! 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 Oh, oh no. I had a fucking minor heart attack just like that. Jesus. Oh. Wonderful, well done. You may also select the face of an individual in front of you to talk to them. Drink, okay. Please, go ahead and try that with me. Bravo, a fine display. There are times when you will be presented with options such as these. Oh, so you've forgotten who you are, have you? But there is no need for concern. It is for that reason I am here to guide you after all. You may be confused at first, but continuing through the story should allow you to remember your true objective. Once you've seen everything an option has to offer, a check mark will appear next to it like so. Do not fear, you will come to know where we are eventually. That is all for my explanation of the basic controls. I will explain other essential functions when the time is right. Ah, yes. Oh no. Oh, there is one more thing I wish to confirm before we continue. As you know, I previously served as guide to a different tale in the world of Paranormasight, one concerning the 7 mysteries of Hongo. Yes. You wouldn't happen to be familiar with the events of that tale, would you? I am. Is that so? So we have met before then? You looked quite different during our previous encounters, so I failed to recognize you at first. My apologies. Ah! No! Warn me! Warn me! Oh boy. Oh no, 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 no! In that case, there's nothing I need to warn you about. Well, I believe I've kept you waiting long enough. Actually, hold on a minute. How is my microphone volume? Is it too... it's a little bit peaky. Okay, hold on. I'm going to turn me down slightly. How's that, guys? Is that a little better? Maybe a little quieter? Is this okay? Is this good? Oh, fuck. Sounds fine? Okay. I was realizing that when I was kind of already getting to the top of the board, so I just wanted to make sure. You think I'm good? Okay, okay, okay. Oh boy. I believe I've kept you waiting long enough. The tale you're about to experience concerns a number of legends passed down in Issei Bay, a stretch of sea bordering Mie Prefecture. Specifically, those legends involving mermaids. Yes, as the subtitle suggests, our subject this time is the widely familiar mermaid. Since ancient times, a great many legends about mermaids have been passed down in countries all around the world. In Japan, many of the legends famously include the idea that eating their flesh gains immortality. The tale of Yao Bikuni, which continues to be told in such places as Wakasa Province, modern-day Fukui Prefecture, is perhaps the most well-known. These legends have spurred those with a yearning for immortality to seek out mermaids since ancient times. Of course, as I just mentioned, these are only some of the many legends concerning mermaids that exist across the globe. Indeed, many have sought out mermaids simply due to fascination with their status as rare and mystical beings. They've also served as the inspiration for countless creative and artistic works throughout the ages. It would seem that mermaids possess a mysterious charm that has captivated the human heart for myriad reasons, irrespective of era or culture. Okay. So, cool. So this is where Mie Prefecture is. Hundreds it's a land of great beauty, even back when it was still known as Ise Province. The land whither repair the waves from the eternal world. Huh. Okay, so that led to Ise Shrine, a place of enshrinement for the goddess Amaterasu. It looks like it's near the Kanto region. Okay. Is stream spotty for anyone else? I am dropping frames. I'm sorry, guys. Let me see if I can fix it. It's been rough. Your Twitch has also been spotty. YouTube side's been fine. Huh. I'm not seeing anything. Like, my health, the stream health looks fine. But I am dropping some frames. We're gonna have to figure that out. It hasn't been fine for you. On PC or mobile? I cannot do that, Cloth. No, not tonight, please. Oh God, that would be funny actually, guy. Wait a minute, there's a no spoiler. Oh, that's okay. We don't need a light goal for tonight. It's okay, guy. You just turned down the resolution. Well, hopefully what I just did will help a little bit. You paused and unpaused your Twitch and it went from lagging behind your YouTube to being ahead of it. Oh no. Maybe refresh your pages. It might help a little bit. I'm sorry. Eternal World. Okay. Issei Bay, also known as the Sea of Issei. Okay. And information about mermaids. Okay. Ah, yes. Are we having a bit better luck now, guys? Stream is fine on your end? I mean, it's saying it's excellent for me. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Hopefully the setting I just changed will help. I think it's one I had on the other PC, so... Okay. Ah, yes. The files added just now should provide a general overview of the terms that came up in our conversation. It seems you've already taken a look, but I do recommend reading them if you have the chance. They may allow you to enjoy the story even more. Words highlighted in pale blue usually indicate that there's a related story in your files. Now then, allow me to introduce the primary setting of this tale. What the hell? Hold on, guys. Let me look at something. Oh, 13%. Oh, I would need to be off stream to fix that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to fix this. I would hate to get, like, into it. Let me try doing this. Let me see if that fixes it. Unfortunately, guys, part of this is just new computer stuff. Guy, yeah, a little bit. Hopefully it's doing better for you guys, at least a little bit. I'm gonna continue. You guys let me know. Okay? Okay. Allow me to introduce the primary setting of this tale. Of course, as soon as I say that, it's getting bad for you? I am messing with settings and I'm watching what they're doing. I'm sorry. Guys, I might have to restart the stream. There's a setting that I can't change right now because I'm live that I think would fix this. It's just getting worse. All right, guys. I can't do this while it's being like this. We're going to take a little bit of time. We'll be right back. I'm not actually going to end the stream. So it's just gonna be like, Stardew was not like this, no. Not in the same way. So we'll be right back, okay? Okay. Okay. Stream's still here, working on tech issues. Yes, thank you. How is this? I'm not dropping frames. I figured out what was wrong though. Seems good. We'll hold to it. Cause Twitch is saying unstable. How does Twitch look to you guys? It looks fine to me. It might just be unstable because it might just be looking unstable because they're saying that it's unstable because it just came back. Okay. It had the wrong video encoder on. So okay. To be fair, your streams always say Twitch is unstable? Lol. Well, as long as everything's looking good for you guys. Yes? Yes? That would do it. It would. Yep. Yep. I'm not dropping any frames anymore, so. Alright, let's continue. The majority of our story takes place on Kamishima, an isolated island in the waters of Ise Bay. That's looky. An island situated between the Astumi and Shima peninsulas and the most distant of 4 populated islands under the administration of Toba City in Mie Prefecture. It has an area of approximately blah blah blah. Kame meaning turtle in Japanese. Because it's a turtle-like shape. Blah blah blah. Landscapes, beautiful scenery, tourist trap. Kameshimaru is an island mascot. Okay. You will experience this events through the eyes of a young resident of the island, one Yuza Minakuchi. Where'd the music go? If nothing else, please remember that. Well, I believe this ends my initial explanation. Bon voyage, and do enjoy the tale. Oh gosh. The story is a work of fiction based on existing locations and legends. Please note that one of the locations that appears in the game, Kamishima, is a fictional island. But I didn't get to read the rest of that. Did you come to me, or did I go to you? I cannot recall whether it was a dream or reality. I cannot recall if I was asleep or awake. The Tales of Ise, Passage 69, Kari no Tsukai. Toba City, Mie Prefecture, Kamishima, Southern Sea. August 7th, 1980-something, morning. Right, this should do it. Oh, good to go, Yuza. Yep, as ready as can be. I feel so light, I bet I could even outswim a shark. No, more than that. I was born for this moment. The legend of Kamishima's patron saint of diving begins today. Okay, so this is us. Okay. Male. Occupation, apprentice, ama diver. Born and raised on Kamishima, generally quiet and serious, eccentric side that often sees him make jokes and wisecracks with a straight face, catching whoever he's talking to off guard. After losing his parents in a large-scale maritime accident 5 years ago. He was raised by his grandmother, veteran ama diver Tsuyu Minakuchi. He briefly found work at a seafood processing plant in Toba after graduating high school early in the year. But hearing that Suyu had injured her leg, forcing her to retire from diving and causing difficulties in her daily life, he quit his job after only 3 months and returned to Kamishima. He's caring for Suyu while looking for work on Kamishima and has recently made the decision to follow in Suyu's footsteps and become an ama diver himself. Although he's been unable to bring himself to enter the sea since the disaster 5 years ago, he is hoping that his previous aptitude for swimming will lend itself to a natural talent for ama diving. His current diver rank is 1. Hello, Tyrantium. Nope. Quiet and introverted as a child, he began to show more animated side upon befriending Azami Kamoi, a boy his same age. They became a common sight to see, getting to mischief. Although the maritime disaster saw a drastic shift in the way most of Kamishina's inhabitants treated Yuza, Azami alone continued to treat him the same. Even now, it's not uncommon for Azami to find himself caught up in Yuza's eccentric exploits, but he's always quick to laugh and follow his lead. Okay. Whoa, that sounds pretty impressive, but this is your first time diving out in the bay, so don't push yourself too hard, alright? Yeah, I know, it's my first time, but somehow I'm brimming with confidence. I just know I can land a massive haul if I try. Great, guy. Well, I'm glad to see you're rearing to go, but make sure you don't go too far from the boat at first. Best friend, Azami Kamoi. Caring personality and willingness to help all those around him. Everybody relies on him. Great. Father was a fisherman. His father died in the maritime disaster. His mother, an ama diver, took on the responsibility of raising Azami and his much younger brother on her own. He refused his mother's suggestion to attend high school, quickly obtained a 4th-class boat pilot license while helping with fishing around the island. He's able to take his father's small fishing boat, the Saiyan Maru, out on fishing trips of his own. Although he was happy for Yuza when he left to attend high school in the mainland and later found a job there, he felt somewhat lonely. He secretly welcomed the news that Yuza would be leaving his job and returning to Kamishima to care for his grandmother. Okay. No need to worry, Azami. You just focus on getting the grill ready. Or, I'm sorry. No need to worry, Azami. You just focus on getting the grill ready. We're having a feast tonight. I'll hold you to that. What is ama diving? The diving mini-game will now commence! Oh, no. Follow the instructions to get used to the controls, then press dive when you're ready. Great. Follow the instructions. Wait, what? What instructions? What instructions? Oh, gosh. Let me look at the controls again. Camera. Swim around indeed, guy. Yeah, thanks. Okay. I guess I just have to dive. Begin. Only 2 controls are needed. Move the mouse to look around, left click to perform an action. The available action will automatically switch between swim, harvest, and return to boat depending on the situation. Areas where sea creatures located will be marked with an exclamation point. Begin looking around to try to locate any potential catches. Ama diving refers to traditional practice of female divers who free dive without oxygen tanks to collect seafood, including abalone and sea urchin. The ancient technique's been practiced for over 2,000 years and is primarily carried out by women in coastal regions of Japan, particularly in Mie Prefecture. Thank you, Guy. I appreciate it. Imagine being a swimmer. Neko likes swimming. Begin by looking around to locate any potential catches. Okay. Okay. Your oxygen gauge will decrease when diving. Be sure to go back to the boat before it runs out. You can return to the boat by turning your viewpoint upward and selecting return to boat. Remaining oxygen will continue to decrease, so don't wait until it's too late. Return to boat. Did I wait too late? Terrifying experience at sea. Fail. Okay. This isn't too bad. You can't swim? I like swimming. Oh no! Oh yeah! Yay! Woo! Rank up! Oh, higher level means you can stay underwater for longer. Higher level means you can swim faster and return to the boat faster. That's probably really good. Higher level means you'll have an easier time gathering sea creatures. Higher level means you can detect sea creatures from further away. I'm gonna go with swimming. Okay. This covers the basics for underwater gathering. Replay the tutorial. No. You guys will yell at me if I replay the tutorial. Okay, looks like you're all warmed up. Let's go out a bit further so you can look for something bigger. The biggest catch you can get this time of year is probably abalone. Snagging just one is something to be proud of. But remember that sea creatures are living things. They'll change places every time you dive, so be careful. It seems to be acting up. Oh my god, it is. It's not as bad, but... I wonder what's wrong now. We should really looked at my OB. I did! What the heck? Is something running that shouldn't? I'm looking. No, I think I know something that will help. We'll have to mess with it later, though. It's not something that can be fixed right now. Okay. Let's hope stream isn't too bad. Yeah, we just gotta get through tonight. We can mess with the settings again later. Ow. Oh, hold on a second, guys. I gotta take some medicine. Meow! We don't know. Why boop Neko? Why? Just gonna stuck for a story game? Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. They'll change places every time you dive, so be careful. Okay. 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 When you return to the boat, score will be calculated towards raising your diver rank. Each skill can be upgraded to a maximum level 5. You can still increase your diver rank even after reaching the max level for each skill. We should start over with a new stream if that keeps up. It feels that there may be more setup and testing or... Oh. It's not like you have to master everything all at once. We can take off whenever you're ready. Okay. I'm gonna dive a little more right here. Let's get my skill up a little. Woo! Yay! Woo! Cool. The mini game is the intro. Let's dive a little more. Ming Fang. Yeah, hi. Welcome in. Let's go for more swimming. I want to level up a little bit. Like, honestly, maybe this is fine. We'll do one more. Get my gathering up a little bit. I saw a question mark over there. No? Okay. We'll stop diving for now. Right, let's leave it at that for today. Good work out there, Yusa. You managed to get a fair bit of diving in, huh? I bet you feel like you've got a better grasp on things now. For sure. I feel like my diver rank's gone up at least a little bit, too. Oh, sorry. So do you feel any different now? Did your body undergo any weird changes? Nope, I feel exactly the same. Nothing's changed. I'm the same old Yusa I've always been. I guess we were a bit off the mark, huh? So what do you want to do now? Should we call it a day? I guess we go back. You got it. Kamishima Port. Here we come. Okay. Okay. Kamishima Jetty. Okay. Okay. Hey, Yusa, I took your catch to the market while you were changing. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. You keep this up, you should be able to make a healthy profit, even with the price of gas. Feels like it's gonna be way bigger than the first Paranormasight game. Maybe. Okay. Breathe. That's great. I'll have to keep at it then. I have to look at this person's face first. Ah, okay. There you are, Azami. Don't tell me you went out fishing today. Oh, Chie, how's your back doing? Not getting any better, lounging around at home, that's for sure. More importantly, no one's meant to be taking their boats out right now because of the storm that's on the way. Don't tell me you didn't hear. Yeah, but it was more of a warning than a rule, and the weather looked fine, so I figured it was okay. You should know better than that, Azami. You youngins never listen, do you? Okay. The de facto leader of the Ama Divers on Kamishima, highly influential figure on the island. Married into a family on Kamishima shortly after the end of the Second World War at the age of 20, has been working as an Ama diver for close to 40 years, rarely missing an opening day of each diving season. Natural talent since her days as an apprentice, coming to be known as Chie the Mermaid for the deft ease in which she moves through the water. She earned more money than her husband, enough to send all three of her sons to university. Now, grandmother to 7, a back injury has led to her being less active than she used to be, but she's still considered one of the most experienced divers on the island. Her graceful swimming shows no signs of decline, continuing to inspire others even now. Her estimated diver rank is 67. And going out with the Minakuchi boy of all people. Actually, Azami only took out his boat because I asked him to help me out with my work. Wait a dang second, don't tell me you went out to dive. Why do you ask? Why do you ask? Am I not allowed to be an Ama diver? Absolutely not. I won't allow it. Ah. That face! What? Why? Used as a member of the association, same as everyone else. As long as he follows the rules, it should be fine, right? Sure, it's rare for guys to become Ama divers, but it's not like it's forbidden or anything. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm saying he shouldn't be allowed in the sea. It's obscene is what it is. Everyone agreed to put up with him being on the island for Suyu's sake. But now he gets it in his head to go diving of all things, if you know sense, boy. What the fuck? Seems like I'll have a few words with Suyu. You not knowing your place is gonna cause everyone trouble. Listen up, Minakuchi boy. You'd better keep your head down and stay put on dry land where you belong. No more diving, you hear? Why? Don't you think that's going a bit far? There's no need to lay in a Yuzu like that. Azami? What? You really don't think anything of all this, after what his mother did? What did his mom do? Nope, not at all. Yuzu hasn't done anything wrong. He was a victim of the disaster too, maybe more than anyone else. Recently, there's been this strange rumbling coming from the sea. The same rumbling as 5 years ago. Everyone's scared of what might be coming. They're bracing themselves for another big disaster. Oh, is that what you meant by the storm? The weather forecast said things are going to stay calm for a bit, though. To hell with the weather forecast. It didn't save us 5 years ago. Anyhow, you see why we gotta stay in the god of the sea's good graces. No doing anything to upset them, got it? What did his mom do? Don't let it get you down, Yuza. She isn't a bad person, but the old folks here are all pretty firm in their beliefs, I guess. Imagine doing the diving minigame in a storm. Ugh. What did his mom do? Yeah, it's only natural. I was kind of expecting it, to be honest. Still, I didn't think she'd get that mad. Guess they have a bigger chip on their shoulders about all this than I thought. Seems like they really think your mom was to blame for the disaster. Yeah. I guess wanting to get to the bottom of things there was one of my reasons for becoming an Alma diver. Alright, what are we talking about? A localized storm that broke out in the south of Kamishima around 5 years ago, resulting in a maritime accident in which a total of 10 people went missing. 3 fishing vessels that had set out to sea from Kamishima were suddenly caught in an unanticipated storm and foundered, leaving all but one of 11 fishermen and Alma divers on board missing. When the ships were later dredged up and searched, not a single body was discovered. The sole survivor was Yuza, who was a middle school student at the time. His parents, Tosuke and Mare, as well as Azami Kumoi's father, Kyokichi, not Kokichi, Kyokichi, were among the victims. Locals in the area reportedly heard an eerie rumbling from the sea on the morning of the incident. Medium-sized fishing vessel Daiichi Kyosumaru foundered. Captain and all 5 crew members missing. Small-sized fishing vessel Ome Maru. Captain and 1 passenger, identity unknown, reported missing. Small-sized fishing vessel Minakuchi Maru. 2 people missing. 1 passenger recovered with slight injuries. Dissociative amnesia due to psychological trauma. When the boat and Minakuchi family was about to sink, they put a life buoy on their son Yuza and helped him escape the boat before the waves engulfed it. Despite the slim chance of survival in such a dire situation, Yuza was miraculously found drifting in the sea the next day, still wearing the life buoy, and was successfully rescued. Although he had no external injuries, the shock of the accident had left him in a state of confusion, and he has little memory of what happened at the time. The accident plunged Kamishima into a state of deep sorrow. Everyone's temporarily stopped fishing to moor him, and a memorial was erected to honor the lost. Yuza appeared relatively composed in contrast to the grief of those surrounding him. Many found it unnerving, and he became increasingly isolated from the rest of the community. Azami tried to support him however he could, reasoning that he was still better off than Yuza, who had lost both parents before his very eyes. Questions arose about what the Minakuchi family had been doing in the vicinity of the disaster, despite not having gone out to fish. He only remembered his parents telling him to come with them, and the purpose of their excursion remains unclear to the day. The islanders were already suspicious of the mom due to her mysterious background. They were quick to condemn her, citing the sudden, localized nature of the storm. Only words of sympathy were spoken for her husband, though. Rumors that Mare had brought disaster to Kamishima continued to spread. Yuzu's grandmother sent him away from the island to board at a high school on the mainland. She sensed the islanders' resentment beginning to turn toward Yuza and hoped to shield him from becoming an even greater target of their ire. Even now, 5 years later, the animosity towards his mom remains deeply ingrained in the people of Kamishima. With the truth of the accident still shrouded in mystery, deep scars and suspicions continue to linger in the hearts of many islanders. Interesting. Maybe. Maybe, guy. Ow. This is basically what Guy told us earlier. No username. Hello. Okay. Neat. Although Alma is sometimes written with the characters meaning sea and man when the diver is male, this game uses only the traditional characters of sea and woman when the language is set to Japanese. I wonder if that's important. Hmm. Oh, neat. So there's like a gathering log that we can actually like work on filling out too. Okay. Ah, the mama. Having gone missing, she was declared dead a year later after search parties found a site of her. Mare Somokawa arrived on Kamishima with no possessions to her name, expressing she had taken a liking to the local environment and wanted to move there. She remained tight-lipped about her background, only revealing that she was from a small town out in the mountains, and she had to leave her home for undisclosed reasons. And although her request to move to Kamishima was accepted, many islanders remained suspicious of her. She showed an interest in the Alma lifestyle and took it up after displaying talent for freediving. Dad acted as her instructor. She grew close to Grandpa, I guess. Or the grandma. No, that's the grandma. Suyu is grandma, right. She grew close to the son, married him, had a kid. Fully unable to shake the air of mystery that surrounded her. Something of her free spirit, her nonconformist ways, and somewhat naive personality meant she was often absent from local activities, leading to criticism from a portion of the population. Some reported frequently spotting her wandering the island after she first moved there, seemingly looking for something or catching sight of her doing something on the shore in the middle of the night. Suyu's a person of influence on the island. No one dared to openly persecute Mara under her watchful eye. A growing number of people have accused her of somehow being responsible for the disaster 5 years ago. Okay. Everyone's been avoiding the topic until now, but that can't go on forever. Oh, I don't know who this is. What kind of voice do we want to go for her? Hey, you two. It's Kikuko. Kikuko. Yeah, you two over there. Could I get some help with these boxes here? Need to get them to the warehouse. 28. Unmarried. Sociable nature, sisterly tendency for look after others. Basically, she was a good diver. Her estimated diver rank is 41. No luck with men, partially because of the birthmark on her face. But she doesn't seem concerned. She proudly proclaims it to be her symbol, even though she used to try to cover it. Cool. Okay. Thanks. Knew I could rely on you youngins to help out. Youngins? You're a youngin too, Kikuko. Oh, how kind. Pretty sure you're the only ones who'd say that, though. I was told out of nowhere to make sure anything valuable was stowed away just in case the storm hits. What a pain. So you're getting ready for the storm, too? Yep. Pretty silly when the weather's this good, huh? Not like I can say no, though. Speaking of pains, I overheard Chia giving you an earful just now. Are you seriously planning on becoming an Ama diver, Yuza? Well, that was the plan, but it's looking like I might be forced into retirement before I even begin. Why now? Didn't you come back here to look after Suyu? Yeah, but I still have to work, and I've always been interested in Ama diving. Gran was pretty down about no longer being able to dive, so I thought it might cheer her up a bit. So you want to follow in Suyu's footsteps? Still, you must have noticed that everyone was on edge just at the thought of you coming back here. If they hear you went diving, there's likely be a bit of an uproar. Are they really that set against Yuza going in the sea? I never heard anyone say anything like that. Well, they don't say it where you can hear it. Everyone loves you here, and they know you're close with Yuza. They probably feel they can't be that tough on him with you around. What was that? Never mind. Forget I said anything. I can't deny there's been this creepy rumbling coming from the sea recently, though. It's no wonder everyone's unnerved. If some sort of disaster does end up happening again and Yuza gets caught doing something he wasn't meant to, that'll probably be it for him. That's what I don't get. Do people seriously believe Yuza's mom caused that storm? Everyone suffered because of it, including Yuza's family. It's so stupid. Hey, I honestly think it's stupid too. But the truth is, there's a bunch of people who believe it. So making a fuss about it isn't going to get you anywhere, right? Besides, even if this storm doesn't come in the end, a different kind of storm may already be brewing. A different kind of storm? Well, you shouldn't have any trouble if you keep your head down. Just be good and do what you're told and no one will get on your case, yeah? Give me a break. Why has he gotta keep his head down here? He was born and raised on Kamishima just like everyone else. Hey, getting mad at me won't change anything. If it upsets you that much, why don't you leave? Leaving a place like this behind might be for the best, don't you think? Maybe,
Are you blind?
Blind? No. I reject the notion of blindness. I can't just ask my gran to move somewhere else at her age. Then you'll just have to put up with it. If you want to blame anyone, blame your mom.
Are you blind?
No! I reject the notion of blindness. Hello, Kobe. Did his mom even do anything 5 years ago? No one wants to tell us anything. No idea. I only came back here after the disaster, so I don't know what happened at the time. Mr. Wakamura always seems like he knows more than he lets on, though. Now that I think about it, why don't you just ask Suyu what she knows? Suyu? I've already asked Gran about it countless times. She says she doesn't know anything. And you don't think that's a bit suspicious? If anyone knows something, it'd be her, right? You might be right. She is pretty hard to read. I wouldn't be able to tell if she was hiding something anyway. Anyway, I do feel bad for you, but you just gotta grin and bear it for everyone's sake, eh? Thanks for your help, you two. Try to stay out of trouble, okay? Kikuko really seemed like she didn't know anything, huh? But folks are way more on edge than I thought. Yeah, I've gotten the sense I'm not exactly welcome here ever since I got back. But I didn't think that trying to make a living here would lead to that much backlash. I didn't realize everyone disliked my mom quite that much. Or that they were so suspicious of her. It is really nice art, I agree. It seems like the timing wasn't great either. Everyone's wound up about these ill omens that are happening right now. Still, I'm sure now that my mom must have had some sort of secret. And I'm almost certain it had to do with what we're looking into. If everyone hears that I went diving today, it might prompt people to start talking about what happened 5 years ago. True. If there's any time to ask about your mom, it's now. I think we should see what old man Wakamura and Suyu have to say about all this, too. Yeah, assuming Gran agrees to talk about it anyway. However, that night would see an unprecedented calamity descend upon Kamishima. What are you doing over there, Gran? This is where it's hidden. Hidden? What is? What Mare, your mother, left us. Oh. Gran? See, what's wrong? What? No way, even Chie? I don't know who this is, but what the hell's happening? It was Shotaro, was it? I had to give them a voice. Yuza, your head, it's... What? What? Well done with your efforts this far. I regret to say that even if you continue down this path, you'll be helpless to prevent the mysterious attack that befell Kamishima. Yuza Minakuchi's bleak fate will likewise remain unchanged. If I may, perhaps it would be prudent to ignore this route for now and turn your attention elsewhere. Okay. Once you've found a way to proceed, you may return here to confirm the results for yourself. From here, you will return to your first diving experience, from which you may seek another way forward. If I may, I suspect you might be overlooking something important in those sunken depths. I advise you to take a closer look behind you on your next dive. Fuck you, storyteller. And another thing, I recommend saving manually once you resume your journey. If you fail to find another way forward, it'll provide an excellent point from which to try again. I wish you the best of luck on your journey. Okay. Alright, wants me to make a manual save. I think I probably need to put my scaredy face on. So let's put the scaredy face on. Oh boy. At least I keep my diving rank behind me, huh? Huh? No! Get away from me! Ah! Ah! Oh boy. Oh boy. Jesus Christ. Dive failed? Right, let's leave it at that for today. Good work out there, Yuza. You managed to get a fair bit of diving in, huh? Bet you feel like you've got a better grasp on things now. This is the same as last time, right? I feel exactly the same. Nothing's changed. I'm always the same old Yuza. Oh, talk about the hole. Azami. Before we head back, can we talk for a bit? Sure, what's up? First off, ha! There's stickers again! Yay! What's this? Oh, good eye, Yuza. You must have a knack for finding mockingbirds. Mockingbirds? This is supposed to be a bird? Yup. They're those famous bird stickers. No one knows who made them, but they showed up everywhere. Pretty unique. There's something about the idea of birds dressed up as delinquents, you know? It's weirdly charming. The birds are back! The delinquent birds are back! I'm so happy! I'm so happy. The best part of this game is the delinquent bird stickers. I was real surprised to find one on my boat, but I decided to leave it be, to commemorate the occasion, I guess. By the way, that's Mockingbird number 8, tit for tat. He's a long-tailed tit. Titties. Why don't you take note of any you find? Maybe they'll bring you good luck. Huh. Guess there's more to these mockingbirds than I thought. Yay! Woo! On the seabed. Oh, I missed this one. I must have missed that one. Another one on the seabed. Okay. 4 on the seabed. Okay. I kind of wanted to look at the turtle I thought it was going to be like turtle stickers this time. Okay. This is Zami Kamoi, my best friend. Known him since we were both kids growing up on Kamishima. When I told him I wanted to become an Ama diver, he was quick to offer full support. Maybe, Cryo. So when I was diving just now, a giant hole in the seabed you've never heard of before. Yeah, the rocks around it looked like they'd only recently collapsed. So I think it probably opened up within the last few months or so. Now that you mention it. There was a pretty big earthquake around here about 3 months ago. Maybe that had something to do with it? Oh, that's right. That would have been before I got back. Anyway, if you saw a giant hole on the seabed, you'd be curious about it, right? I sure would. Curious enough to try and take a look inside? It'd be pretty dangerous, but I guess I might, yeah. Right? So I went closer to try and get a better look. Did you see anything? When I looked down into the hole, a ghost or something that looked just like me suddenly rose up from the depths. Oh boy. A ghost that looked like you? It swam toward me with its hand outstretched. It looked like it was trying to hand something to me, or maybe trying to tell me something? Man, what did you do then? Did you take its hand? I did. I felt like I couldn't resist somehow. I guess even the patron saint of diving does foolish things sometimes. The only thing I was the patron saint of was carelessness and a lack of proper vigilance. Sounds like there wasn't much you could do about it, though. Hey, Yuza. Huh? I don't like this thing. And the fact that it's still on my screen is kind of freaking me out. The thing you ran into, do you think it could have been a Tomokazuki? Tomokazuki. A Tomokazuki, huh? But why would something like that be here? What is it? What is that? Do I have a profile or a file for that? No. You've never heard of it? No. Well, I guess not even all the folks around here know about it either. It does sound familiar, though. The Tomokazuki's a sort of ghost story around these parts. The story goes that sometimes when diving, an Amadiver will come across another version of themselves. An exact copy. The other version of them will be holding something they want, like an abalone. Something they want? And when the diver reaches for it, the Tomokazuki grabs them and drags them to the bottom of the sea. Oh, that's scary. But, wait. The Tomokazuki I saw wasn't holding anything. It wasn't. Well, that's different. Maybe it forgot it at home or something? At home, huh? The abalone? Yeah, the abalone. Maybe it left it at home. Maybe the Tomokazuki's more careless than the legend's little one. You're pretty forgetful, though, so maybe it became such a perfect copy. It imitated that aspect of you as well. Wow. Ow. Sorry, guys. Oh, that damn Tomokazuki. It knows my every weakness. Now that you mention it, though, I think I do remember that story from when I was younger. I guess the fact that I forgot that story really proves how forgetful I am, huh? No worries, it was a while ago, you know. So did anything happen after you took its hand? I don't really remember. When I came to, I was back outside the hole. I thought maybe I'd blacked out due to lack of oxygen, or it had been some sort of hallucination. I see. Yeah, I guess that's possible. But if that's the case, that means I stopped you just to talk about some hallucination I saw, and that would be super embarrassing. Some people do say the Tomokazuki legends might have come about because of divers seeing things when they ran out of air. But hey, no big deal, even if it was a hallucination. The most important thing is that you're safe. Still, I can't help but wonder about a hole suddenly appearing like that. Yeah, it's pretty weird. By the way, you know those symbols on your diving gear? Symbols? Yep, Seimen and Domon. The Alma divers around here all have them somewhere on their outfits. Oh, this was my mom's gear, so I didn't know. People say those symbols work as a charm to protect divers from the Tomokazuki. Interesting. If I ran into a Tomokazuki just now, wouldn't that mean the charm didn't work? Maybe, but it could be thanks to the charm that you made it back safely. The sea is a dangerous place, even without a Tomokazuki around. Things could have been even worse without the charm to protect you. I see. So without this charm, I really could have been attacked by a shark. Glad I had it then. Seriously, a shark would have been no laughing matter. Okay, I mean, basically what it just told us. Hey, Azami, about the Tomokazuki just now. Yeah? Do you think it has anything to do with what we're looking into? A recollection chapter. Something I want to do. My apologies for the interruption. I'd like to take this chance to inform you about a unique ability of yours, the recollection feature. But to make things clear, I must first tell you about the story chart. Yay! Story chart! Timeline bullshit! Yippee! The storyteller has a nice hat. He does have a nice hat. From here on, you will return to this screen, the story chart. It breaks in the story. You see, the story will not necessarily unfold in chronological order. The screen will allow you to see where each chapter lies in the grand scheme of things as well as select where you wish to proceed next. Listen, I once said to Cryo, when we very first started dating, that I like fedoras, and I don't think they'll ever go out of style. I
Say
think
money
they're
can't buy
classy.
happiness. Look at the fucking smile on my face.
Ah! Ah! Ow. Okay. The screen will allow you to see where each chapter lies in the grand scheme of things as well. Let's select where you want us to proceed next. If the icon for a chapter is not dim, that indicates it's not been fully completed. How dare. I know fedoras get a lot of bad rap because of the, the stereotypes that they invoke. However, in my humble Neko-y opinion, they're a small portion of the people who actually wear them. The rest of them have just been worn, have just been bullied out of wearing them. Okay, okay. You know, Cryo wore a fedora at our wedding. He looked wonderful. Yep, good memories indeed. Anywho, one animal besides humans that can pull off a fedora? Perry the platypus. The Among Us dudes. Black Panther and a fedora. Oh. Yes, Kitten of Death. I unfortunately think that that's both of us being a furry. Anywho! Generally speaking, completing a chapter will unlock the chapter immediately after it. However, there will occasionally be times when a recollection button will appear during the story, as you experienced just now. Pressing this button will allow you to delve into a memory evoked by certain words in the text, which will in turn unlock a new chapter, a past recollection chapter, for you to experience. A most remarkable ability, is it not? Once you've unlocked such a chapter, it'll become available in the story chart for you to peruse as you wish. This ability will be key in unraveling the tale before you, so be sure to press the recollection button when you see it come up. With that, please enjoy the continuation of this tale. If so, could your mama become an Amadiver because she wanted to find the Tomokazuki? But she wouldn't have worn something with this charm on it if it were true, right? Good point. Is that all you wanted to talk about? No, there's more. Actually, this might be the most important part. I realized there's something I need to do after this. Something really important. Hey, so you found a lead down there after all? I'm serious. If I don't pull this off, something terrible is gonna happen. Hey, I believe you. Go on, tell me everything. Okay. Let's do the recollection chapter next. A day before he sets off for the sea as an Amadiver, Yuza Minakuchi asks Azami Kamui to meet him at the Kantekisho ruins. I mean, it is a Square Enix game, Kitten of Death. Square Enix is kind of famous for making all of their men look like they should be in a dating sim. It wants you to play The Sims, Kitten of Death. It wants you to play The Sims. Play The Sims, Kitten of Death. The flowchart reminds you of Zero's Escape. True. I see, I see. If you say you want to be an Amadiver, then of course you've got my full support. But something tells me you're not just doing this for Suyu. People are bound to talk if you become an Amadiver here. You will play Sims 4 and buy every DLC we release, and you will be happy. EA probably. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, I don't have it downloaded on this PC. I think I've got something like 10 Sims 4 DLCs. Probably more than that. Oops. No, but they're aliens, Cloth. Suyu is our character's grandma.
People are bound to talk if you become an Alma diver here. You must have some other reason, one big enough to risk everybody running their mouths.
I knew I couldn't hide anything from you, Azami.
Wouldn't take me even 0.2 seconds to see through one of your lies. So what's up? Tell me everything.
First of all, sticker? Sticker? Sticker. Sticker. Sticker? Ah, ruins of an old wartime building, the Kantaki show. The building's been abandoned, so hardly anyone ever comes here, which makes it the perfect place for private meetings. Okay, we'll look at that later. I'm looking for a sticker, though. Maybe it's behind him. I don't see a sticker. Sometimes they're like in the back. Like some of these stickers were really hard to find last time. Which is why I thought this was it, but... Sorry, I'm gonna get sidetracked a little bit looking for stickers sometimes. I clicked on that already. You wondering if there's a guide for the stickers yet? If you want to go look at a guide for the stickers, I want to find them all myself. Thank you. That's alright. Hey, Azami. What I'm gonna say is gonna sound pretty crazy. You still want to hear it?
Sure, bring it on.
Thanks. I'll come right out and say it then. I'm looking for a mermaid, and I need to find one by tomorrow.
Oh, a mermaid, huh? By tomorrow at that. That's gonna be tough.
I'm being serious. In fact, I've never been more serious. I really do have to find a mermaid by tomorrow.
I can't tell if you're joking by the look on your face. You've got some sort of reason for saying this, right? Go on. I'm listening.
Thanks, Azami. Is it okay if we talk about the disaster 5 years ago?
The disaster, huh? If you're okay with it, sure.
I was in middle school at the time, and my parents had taken me out into the bay on a little fishing boat. Okay. This massive storm came out of nowhere and sank all 3 fishing boats that got caught up in it. I was the only one who survived.
Yeah, it was really terrible. So, what about the disaster did you want to talk about?
Well, I've recently started to remember some things about what happened.
For real? I know your memories of the disaster were kind of hazy due to the shock. But it's great that you're starting to remember. But I guess it's not exactly something you'd want to remember, huh? Sorry for getting all fired up.
It's okay. It actually hasn't bothered me as much as I thought it would. Thanks for worrying about me, though. It's just that the things I've remembered are a bit strange, so I couldn't bring myself to say anything. Sorry for keeping quiet up to now.
Strange, huh? Well, I can see why you'd want to keep it to yourself. All things considered, don't sweat it.
So about the accident. When we ran into the storm, our boat got caught in a whirlpool and started to sink. My parents gave me a life buoy and lowered me into the water. They were frantic, and I was too stunned to do anything but go along with what was happening.
I can imagine. That must have been really scary.
The waves were knocking me around, so it took everything I had just to hold onto the buoy. In the end, I just watched as the boat was swallowed by the water. I couldn't do anything else.
There wasn't anything you could have done. It wasn't your fault, Yuza.
Ooh! But right after that, this huge wave came crashing down on me. And I got dragged down into the depths of the sea, life buoy and all.
Uh-huh. You got pulled under, but I thought...
Yeah, up till now, I thought I managed to miraculously stay afloat until I got rescued. But I remember now, I was definitely pulled down underneath the waves. I remember being caught in a current and tossed all about underwater. I couldn't breathe, so I was sure I was going to die there. But then someone grabbed my hand.
Wait, are you saying what I think you're saying?
I was barely conscious by that point, so it's not like I saw them clearly or anything. But I'm certain someone was there with me. Someone who grabbed hold of me and pulled me to safety. And from what I remember...
You're saying they were a mermaid?
Exactly.
So you were saved by a mermaid?
I'm sure of it. And it looked exactly like what first comes to mind when you hear the word mermaid.
A real mermaid, huh?
But it was a really extreme situation, so it's entirely possible I was just seeing things. Which would mean I called you out here just to talk to you about some hallucination I had. And if that's the case, I'm gonna be super embarrassed.
I mean, you're standing here talking to me now, right? So you must have gotten out of that situation somehow. And I can't imagine any normal person being able to stay afloat in a storm like that, let alone managing to save someone.
Same. You'd have to be some sort of superhuman or something. Or not human at all.
Man, who would have guessed there were mermaids here in Issei?
If I really was saved by a mermaid, I owe them my life. I'd like to thank them in person if possible.
Makes sense. So that's why you're looking for him, huh? Well, if we manage to find him, I've got to thank them for saving you too.
So I was thinking of heading to where the disaster happened and diving there to see if I can find anything.
Wait. Are you sure? You almost died there.
I'll be fine. In fact, since I'd never gone near there since the disaster happened, I was also thinking. I'd like to do something to honor my parents in your dad's memory. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, I'd like to at least offer flowers, if nothing else. The others here have always kept their distance, but it's not like going there is forbidden or anything. Let's do it.
Thanks, Izami. I owe you one. What do we think? Was he actually saved by a mermaid? Was the mermaid his mom? Did she eat everybody else?
There's no guarantee the mermaid will still be around there, right? I'm thinking it'd be good to have more of a lead before we head out there.
About that, do you mind if I say something crazy?
Again, sure, what's up?
You remember my mom, right?
Of course I remember Mrs. Mare.
Mare Mare. Let's just go with Mare. That's how I'm gonna read it every time. She wasn't originally from Kamishima. She met my dad when she moved here and ended up marrying him. Right. But even to me, she never seemed to really fit in here.
Well, you can't disagree there. She never spoke to me much either. Some people even outright told me not to talk to her, you know, said she was suspicious because we don't know anything about her, stuff like that.
I guess it's understandable. She didn't really involve herself in community activities and almost never participated in local events. It felt like she was always keeping her distance from the other islanders somehow. 20 years here and she was still considered an outsider.
Yeah, I never knew how to bring it up to you, but I always kind of wondered. Was there some sort of reason for that?
Not as far as I know. Dad and Gran never seemed to mind, so I figured that's just how she was. But looking back at things now, it was pretty weird. Well, I guess even I thought she was a bit of an oddball at times.
You say that, but I think you're getting to be pretty similar to her.
Oh? What? Really?
Yup, that's... What's that saying? Marching to the beat of your own drum? You're both like that.
Huh. Really? I never realized. I've been so blind. A blind fool.
Yep, there it is. That's what I'm talking about. Why'd you bring up your mom all of a sudden?
Why indeed? Well, looking back now, there were a few things that always bothered me.
Oh?
For a start, no one ever told me where my mom was from. She was also a natural at ama diving, but I never saw her eat any seafood. And sometimes at night, she'd suddenly say she wanted to go look at the sea before going out and not coming back for hours.
I guess that is all pretty weird, yeah.
That's not all. When I was sorting through my mom's belongings, I found this. We usually keep it on the family altar, but I brought it along today to show you.
What's that, a fish scale?
It's
It's huge. It's got to be at least 7 or 8 centimeters long.
I always just figured she'd held on to it because it was a rare find. But once I remembered the mermaid, I began to wonder. What fish could this scale have come from, and why was my mom holding on to it?
Whoa, hold it right there. You're not saying...
I am. The mermaid who rescued me back then was... my mom. I think it was my mom. Ah! What do you think?
I don't know. It's pretty out there. Could that even be possible? Your theory is your mom used to be a mermaid, but she became human so she could live among us?
Among us. Yeah, but she turned back into a mermaid when the disaster happened and wasn't able to come back afterward. How does that sound?
I don't know. My mom!
I think them putting it into our heads this early that she's the mermaid makes it much less likely to be so. Unfortunately. Listen, Kitten of Death, when you become a mom, you get unlimited passes to make your mom jokes.
After hearing your story, I just can't dismiss it out of hand either.
If that's really the case. My mom really is still out there in the sea somewhere, even in a different form. I was thinking it'd be nice to see her again. It might be because they're still treated as missing instead of dead, but it still hasn't really sunk in that my parents are gone.
I know what you mean. Sometimes it feels like my pops is just gonna show up at home again like nothing ever happened. Though, even if your mom's alive, I guess it'd be hard for her to show up if she's back in her mermaid form now.
If my mom really does have some sort of connection to mermaids, then maybe that was the reason she never really fit in here. It might help clear up any mistaken impressions the others have of her anyway.
I see. So you think that by trying out ama diving, like your mom did, might be able to find something out. And maybe if you're lucky, you'll run into a mermaid in the process.
Yeah. And if I really am descended from mermaids somehow, it's possible diving might awaken something in me.
Oh right, I hadn't thought of that. I guess if your legs suddenly become fins, we'll know for sure you're a second generation mermaid. Okay, I think I've gotten the gist of what you want to do now.
Thanks for understanding, Azami.
I haven't been happy with how people have been treating you ever since the disaster, and what they say about your mom, too.
Oh. I mean, the other one was, Guy, remember?
Wait. If there's anything I can do to clear the air, I want to help.
Well, that's what he said now. Okay. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Though I don't know how people will react if you suddenly start talking about mermaids. It might be best to keep quiet about that part for now and just say you were looking into your mom. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that would be best.
Okay, now that we got that settled, how about we head out tomorrow morning? That sound good to you?
Yep, I've been doing some training in secret, so I'm all set.
Still, having to find a mermaid by tomorrow is pretty sudden. What's up with the tight deadline?
Well... Sorry, I can't say right now.
Oh?
If we manage to find one, I'll explain everything, I promise.
As long as you tell me later, it's all good. Here's an idea.
Huh?
If you're in that much of a rush, how about we talk to Tsukasa and Sato? Maybe they'll be able to help out?
I wonder. It would be nice to have more help. But would they even believe me? The whole thing's pretty crazy after all. Besides, Tsukasa is going back to the mainland soon. I'd hate to bother her now.
True, knowing Tsukasa, she might be surprisingly on board with the whole thing.
Speak of the devil! Damn! Damn, I'm good! Woo! Give me- Damn, I'm good. Guys, I said the line before they said the line. Whoa, speak of the devil.
When did you two get here?
Well, she looks... I gotta give voices to all these people. I did voices the first time. I gotta do them the second time, right? Right? Smash? Okay. I don't know why, but she gives me Mew vibes. The other one has long hair like the mermaid on the game cover. You're right. Alright. I'm gonna give her... Yeah, I'm gonna give her the Mew voice. Talking about something you didn't want us to hear, were ya? Boys will be boys, I guess. I guess it's because her face is so round, she makes me think of Mew. Oh, she's 17. Cloth, pause off. Estimated diver rank 6. Her teachers have been strongly encouraging her to aim for National University instead. More common to find her playing with the 2 boys than with girls her own age up until middle school. Single mother household. Because it's pretty natural for me getting a death.
Hey, you got us all wrong. We weren't talking about anything like that.
Yeah, you gotta hear me out, Tsukasa. I was powerless to resist. I refused at first, but Azami insisted and... Oh, tell me more.
You might as well admit it, Yuza. And Sato, what's with the sudden keen interest?
She's hoping for yaoi. She's hoping for yaoi. Look at those eyes. Those are the eyes of a girl that's read lots and lots and lots of yaoi hentai. Somebody clip that, please. Jesus Christ. Also 17, a mysterious girl 3 months ago arrived on Kamishina claiming she was the child of a relative of the Wakamuras. No sign of attending school or doing any work, instead spending her days holed up at the Wakamura household, leading many islanders to wonder just who she was and what she's doing there. Those who know about Wakamura's high-interest money lending behind the scenes speculate she might be the daughter of one of the borrowers sent to work as domestic servant to pay the debt, but Sato herself is extremely easygoing and doesn't seem to be bothered by the endless rumors. Most of her time is watching TV, soap operas, and 2-hour thrillers. Let's calm down, okay? It's not like that. We were having a perfectly normal conversation. A perfectly normal is that what you call that conversation? What? What, Cryo? What?
Yeah, sure, anyway.
Hey, don't brush me off. You're getting pretty worked up, Azami. Don't act all innocent. You're the one who caused this mess, you know.
Sorry to interrupt your fun, but I really did have something to say. Folks are worried you haven't showed up to the association meeting, Azami. You should probably get going.
Oh, damn, the meeting. It totally slipped my mind. Sorry, Yusa. I gotta go now, but I'll get in touch later. No problem. Thanks for coming, even though you're so busy.
Guess we'll be on our way then, too. Sorry, but we got some important business of our own to handle. We won't be able to help out with whatever you're up to.
So did you hear what we were talking about?
Only the pot woman name came up. Didn't want to be nosy, though.
I see. Well, thanks for coming all the way out here to get Azami.
I don't know what you guys are up to, but you piqued my interest. Be sure to tell me all about it later, okay? Anyway, see you later. Come on, Sato.
Roger.
Oh, and one more thing. You better not forget about the day after tomorrow. Tell Azami he better remember too.
Sure, I'll tell him later. Multiple paths of places to go. Interesting. Do we want to do this for advice or do we want to look at this? One of these. You know, I think we probably do this advice first. Get everything from the past out of the way. Having grown close to each other, Tsukasa tells Sato that she has something important to discuss. You're gonna eat? Have a good night, Claw. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, Jesus!
Sato, you got a sec? So, I was hoping to get a bit of advice. Thing is, you're the only one I can really talk to about this.
So, I'm gonna say this right now. She's got a crush on one of them. That's why she's all of a sudden, like, quote-unquote conscious about the age difference. She's got a crush on one of them. Sure, what's up? If you got a problem, leave it to me. Kamashima's living, walking, talking encyclopedia. Wow, that's a pretty impressive title, Miss Encyclopedia. Although, I think the walking, talking kind of implies you're living already. Either way, hope you can help. You know that even if it kills me, I'll squeeze every last brain cell I've got to help you, Sugasa. Alright, but it's just supposed to be a living encyclopedia, so please don't go dying on me. Thanks for being there for me, though. Come on, let's go somewhere with no one else around then. We going to the same place. Oh, Chuo Street. Interesting. Pardon me a moment, young ladies. Yes? You meant us? Yes, sorry for the trouble. I was hoping to get some directions. Oh, you here sightseeing? Welcome to Kamishima. I'm afraid it's not quite as relaxing as sightseeing. She looks sus. We're looking for the Wakamura residence. Would you happen to know where it is? The Wakamura residence? May I ask who you are? Oh, of course. Please pardon my manners. My name is Yumiko Shiki, a housewife from over in Tokyo. Oh, a housewife. And this here is Soto Kiryu. He's something like an assistant to me. What kind of voice? My pleasure. We're just gonna go like with a monotone deep voice for him. Ah! Ow! Age secret. Housewife from Tokyo who came to visit Wakamura. 25. Interesting. Oh, you must be guests for the old man. The Wakamura home's just up the slope after you head through that alley. It's a bit of a maze, though. Want me to show you? So it was that way. Thank you, but I believe we can manage from here. We're gonna... Oh! The fuck? Hi, Fluffy. Believe it or not, we've been running all around the region. We're quite used to the area now. Got it. Take care then. Ma'am, is something the matter? No, it's nothing. I'll tell you later. We'll be on our way then. Sorry for stopping you. Why do they look similar? The hair color is very similar. I don't know what about it. They strike me as similar people. The height's the same too. We'll be on our way then. Sorry for stopping you. I did save, yes. Huh. Those two had a real strange vibe. The old man sure gets some unusual guests. Yeah, there was something about them. Don't you think it was the kind of aura that sorcerers would give off? I know what you're getting at. I heard those rumors too. Everyone's saying old man Wakamura's been super reliant on some shady sorcerer lately. Oh. Not what I expected for Wakamura, but okay. The single most influential person on Kamishina. He's big in the development of the island and fishing stuff, looks like. He said recently he became an ardent devotee of a certain famous sorcerer in Tokyo. They did say they were from Tokyo. Maybe they really are sorcerers. Whatever. Come on, Sato. Let's go. Yep. Huh. Okay. This spot should work fine. Oh man, now that I'm actually about to talk about it, I'm getting super nervous. See if I can find a sticker in here, huh? I wonder if the stickers are like just not in the recollection scenes. Because technically they're from before, like at least this far back, because like they're from before the story started. Maybe. Tsukasa asking me for advice. Something must really be weighing on her. She's usually so quick to decide and act on anything. This is rare for her. Alrighty, you said you wanted some advice, so let's hear it. How can I help you, Miss Tsukasa? Well, I do want your advice. But I'm not really sure where to start. I guess really isn't an easy topic for her. In that case, let me start her off with another topic to loosen up. Let's talk about TV shows. Oh, Tsukasa, that reminds me. Did you catch that 2-hour suspense drama the other day? Right, you said you were looking forward to it. I didn't see it. I was watching a period drama. Darn, that actor you like had a good part. He turned out to be the killer, though. Oh, I wish I could have watched it. You did just kind of spoil it, though. Wish we had a VCR like yours. You can record music shows and watch them over and over, right? Sounds amazing. Not many houses on the island have one, though. I know. It's a bit of a luxury. But being able to record and keep TV programs is the best. I remember being like in charge of setting the TV to record at a certain time. My mom would leave out like a schedule, and I would be in charge of setting the VCR. I would get home from school and I'd set the VCR to record the show. It's a big deal. God, I feel really old now. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. There. Hold on. Do, 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 do. I'm gonna set this for like a 10-minute poll. Because honestly, I just wanted to run in the background. There you go, guys. There's a poll for you. You love TV way more than I do. It's great you can enjoy it whenever you like. You really can't get enough of your TV. You think I watch too much? How much did you watch this summer? Well, I guess I'm pretty much always watching whenever I'm home. Nice. You should thank old man Wakamura for letting you watch as much as you want. We're hardly ever allowed to watch TV at boarding school. Even at home, I'm always fighting over what to watch with Ma. Makes it damn hard for me to keep up with the conversations at school, you know. TV's just got too much influence on everyone. Can't blame them either. It is pretty fun. Speaking of TV, I saw something on the morning news. Yeah, what happened? They say an Ama diver on the mainland went missing at sea. Yeah, I saw it too. Hope they find us safe. Apparently, they're still searching. But it goes to show how dangerous being an Ama diver is. Yeah, even I've had a couple moments out there that have been way too close. When the catch is right in front of you, it's easy to think you can go just a little bit further and end up pushing just too far. Sounds scary. You better be careful out there. Now that I think about it, a little while back, there was that story about old human bones found on the seabed near Toba. Whoa, I never heard about that one. That really happened? Creepy. Maybe it was someone who went missing at sea. Just hope it isn't like a curse or anything. Yeah, the sea can be pretty scary. The old Ama grannies always told us. We islanders live with the sea. Never forget how fearsome it can be. That's why the Ama divers wear charms and mind the proper rites, right? Yeah, gratitude, manners, and restraint toward the sea are never to be forgotten. That's the first thing they teach you when you start driving. You know, Sato, compared to when you first arrived on the island, you really brightened up. Might be thanks to all the TV. Oh, was I really that gloomy before? Yeah, up till about a month ago. Felt like there was a little cloud hanging over you wherever we spoke. Was like you were kind of depressed all the time. Like nothing in the world really mattered to you. So that's how I came off. Sorry for being such a downer. Yeah, you didn't crack jokes like you do now either. But this you, way better. Having fun stuff going on really brought you to life. Makes sense. I'll try to keep up the positivity. I guess you'll be heading back to the mainland soon now that the open holidays are over. Yeah, I'll head back to my boarding school in 3 days. So I only got the day after tomorrow to take it easy here. Right, time sure flew by. I'm really gonna miss you. Me too. Only 2 days left, huh? 2 days? Oh, what am I gonna do? I guess whatever she wants advice on is time sensitive. So the plans you were talking about for the day after tomorrow. I guess it's a get-together with the others before you head back. Yeah, that's right. Plans with Azami and Yusa. Couldn't give them much time this trip, so I figured they might be feeling a bit left out. Makes sense. You're pretty close friends. Totally. Even grown up, they still do the dumbest stuff. Just can't leave them be. Maybe I should leave you all to enjoy it without me then. No way. They're the lucky ones to have someone as cute as you to come along with me. Man, can't believe my summer break's already coming to an end. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Okay, I'm ready. I'll just say it. Go ahead. So the thing is, I think I like someone. All right, go on. I knew it. We'll hardly get to see each other anymore soon. I want to tell him how I feel while I'm still on the island. Makes sense. I'll help however I can. As Kamashima's living encyclopedia, I've seen this all on TV before. I probably know a thing or two that can help, for sure. Yeah, you don't sound all that confident, which kind of makes me a little nervous. But I can tell you mean it. Thanks. Just don't really know what to do. So, which of the two is the lucky guy? Oh, what do you mean? No way. Don't tell me you think I like Azami or Yuza. Wait, you mean it's not one of them? Me falling for one of them? Not a chance. They're basically like brothers to me. I could never picture a romantic relationship with them. I'm sorry, I just assumed. I call myself the living, walking, talking encyclopedia and brag that I've seen it all on TV. But I guess I don't really know anything. Oh, maybe she likes Sato! Sorry, this is so embarrassing. I'm gonna go die now. Whoa, don't sweat it. Really, no dying. But then, who is it? No point dragging it out, so we'll just tell you. Oh. We don't know this person yet. It's Shotaro. Oh, Mr. Wakamura's son. I see. He's sincere, smart, and pretty handsome. I can see why you'd like him. Right? He's back visiting the islands at the moment, but he usually goes to university in Tokyo. I've secretly admired him for ages, but I always thought he just saw me as a kid. Figured he'd never be interested. But now I go to school in the mainland myself, and I'm even working as an armor diver. I think you might see me more as an adult now, more than before anyway. Yeah, that makes sense. So you want to let him know how you feel while he's still on the island? Maybe it's all just one-sided on my end, but I can't keep the feelings all bottled up. Then I'll tell him I'm with you. Or then tell him I'm with you. Okay, let's see this profile. He doesn't like the island society. Hello, Ruka! Hi, welcome in! Hi! Hope you're doing well. He also doesn't like superstitious stuff. Interesting. Shotaro, huh? We do live under the same roof, but I'm holed up in my room most days, so we don't actually interact that much. At this rate, I'll have no advice to give. What should I do? I want to tell Shotaro how I feel the day after tomorrow. What do you think I should do? You're staying with the Wakamuras right now, yeah? Know anything about him that might help? I'm afraid Miss Encyclopedia might not have that kind of info. Thank you! Hope to see you soon. You don't have much info at all, do ya? He's honestly not home much of the time, so there's a lot I don't know about him. Feels like he's always got something to do, checking in on folks all over the island. Like, I don't suppose you know if he's got a girlfriend in Tokyo or anything. I'm afraid I'm not sure. Tokyo's packed with beautiful girls, right? A guy like him won't be left alone for long. From what I've seen, I haven't noticed him keeping in touch with anyone. Then what about what he likes? Something he'd be happy to get. Let me think. Sorry, nothing's coming to mind at all. I really may as well just go die somewhere. Come on, don't say that. Thinking it through with me's more than enough. You gotta stop joking about dying like that. Oh, Tsukasa, how about this? I'm pretty sure I can ask Shotaro to meet us somewhere. I'll organize that for now, and we can plan from there. How does that sound? Sounds good! Thanks so much, Sato! Ah. So, we kicked around ideas the whole way back, but in the end, writing a love letter and handing it to him's the best call. That's the plan, yeah? Yep. Since way back when, the tried and true way has always been a love letter. Classic method. Like it. You're heading out to dive tomorrow morning, right? Yeah, weather's looking good. Alright, then I'll ask him to come to the bay a little afternoon. That work for you? Yeah, just need to have the letter ready by tomorrow. Can you look it over for me before I give it to him? Of course. I'll fix it up even if it kills me. Thanks, I'll write it even if it kills me too. I'm already so nervous. What voice do I give this guy? I don't have that many male voices. Yeah, probably. Hey, you two over there. Is that who I think it is? No, we're... Hajime voice. Hajime voice was just me. It's Shotaro! Oh wow, speak of the devil. Hey, sorry to interrupt. He's totally glowing as usual. Something wrong? You seen Azami? Didn't show up to today's association meet. Oh, I haven't seen him today. I think I know where he is. I'll go get him. Oh, do ya? Knew I could count on you, Tsukasa. I'll let you handle it then. Sure, no problem. Oh man, he called me by my name. I'm so fired up right now. Let's do it. Yeah, let's. First off, let's find those two. But they're up at the Kantakisha ruins. Let's go, Sato. Right behind you. Ah. Okay. Oh boy. Yumiko Shikai and Soto Kiryu head to the coast of Fudamigura after receiving a report about a strange corpse found there. Uh-oh. Oh no, I don't remember his voice, but I know who that is. We're just gonna give him a new voice.
Miss Shiki, there you are. Sorry for calling you all the way out here.
Not at all. Thank you for bringing this case to our attention. I hear you've got an unusual corpse on your hands.
Well, forensics aren't here yet, so honestly, I don't know whether it can even be called a corpse or not. But I do know it'll cause a stir if anyone catches sight of it, so right now we're just trying to keep the busybodies away. I sure am glad it happened while you were still here, though, with you being from the Tokyo Metropolitan Police and all.
Where is our cadaver, then?
Still in the water over there where it was found. Feel free to go ahead and examine it.
Over there. I see. Okay. I see. So this is the corpse in question, is it? Unusual is certainly one word for it.
It's all dried up now, almost like it's been mummified. But apart from that, it's pretty safe to say this is a mermaid, right?
Let's take a closer look at it.
The body's lower half is identical to a fishtail. If this was a fish, it'd be a pretty huge one.
It would seem like the fish half of the body begins from the shoulders downward.
All the mermaids I've ever heard have had the fish half start from the waist down. If it's a fake, maybe whoever made it didn't do their research.
Really, several of the mermaids described in old Japanese legends had their face as the only human part, though.
Seriously? Guess that makes me the one who didn't do their research then. As you can see, there's no doubt it was a human head. That's the main reason we went ahead with treating it as a corpse.
That makes sense. I can't imagine anyone would have seen a creature like this before, after all.
If it really is a mermaid, wouldn't this be a pretty huge discovery?
It's not the sort of thing we'll be able to make public, that's for sure. I don't suppose we have any way of confirming their identity.
Their identity? Pat, pat, pat. Given the state of the body, it'll probably be difficult to confirm based on facial features, but we might have a chance using dental records. Well, that would depend on if they've ever had a dental exam.
I see. That makes sense.
Honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards it being a fake of some kind. What do you think?
It's true that many of the mermaid mummies discovered were ultimately found to have been man-made in origin. Huh. Huh. Okay. Basically, lots of wooden replicas have been made.
You won't find me complaining if it is. No need to investigate a fake corpse after all. Maybe that's being too optimistic, though.
We'll just have to see about that, won't we?
When I first saw this expression, I thought they must have died in unbelievable agony. At the same time, I can't help but feel like they look almost satisfied. Could just be my imagination, though.
It could, Guy. It could be Yuzu's mom. Satisfied.
If this really is a corpse, I wonder when they died. I doubt their body would have ended up this desiccated if it had been in the sea this whole time. You think there's a possibility they died, shriveled up in a mummy-like state, then their body fell into the sea and got washed up here?
It makes for quite the enigma, that's for sure.
No sign of any external wounds. Can't see anything that could have caused their death, at least. Just trying to be careful and make sure that this is all there is to click on. Okay. Wait, what the fuck? I don't like this. Sticker! Nice. Yay! The Turninator. Sticker, sticker, sticker. Seabed. Seabed, seabed. I haven't gotten any more hints, so. Yay, sticker. This vision ability, though. What the fuck? Did I have that over here? No, I didn't. We originally came to Mie from Tokyo to investigate another case, but with so many other incidents occurring, I can't help but get the sinking feeling something troublesome is about to happen. Detective Ide has been a huge help for us so far. We might be able to reveal some of our circumstances to him. I'm just gonna kind of like look a little more with this ability. I thought her eyes looked off.
Do we know what the situation was when the corpse was found?
I just got here as well, so I'm not clear on the details myself. From the sounds of it, a local civilian happened to cross it about an hour ago as they were passing by. They got us on the scene immediately, so no one else should have seen it.
That's a relief. We don't want people working themselves into a frenzy over this. Where's that local now?
Well, we got someone taking their statement in a nearby police box. I'll let you know when we get more info there.
Please do.
If we really do have a mermaid on our hands, you think all those stories about becoming immortal from eating mermaid flesh are true?
Oh, so you're curious about that too, Detective?
Well, I don't know if I actually want to eat it, though. Living forever doesn't necessarily mean you'll be happy, you know? Besides, I can't say I find the thought of eating meat from this thing all that appealing.
I see. I suppose that's a natural response. But there are plenty of people who would be interested in getting their hands on this corpse for that exact reason.
I can see that. We might even have people fighting over it if it gets out. All the more reason to try and keep it hidden. Sure is a troublesome thing we got our hands here.
I think we have a decent grasp of the situation now. What's your opinion, Soto? First of all, based on the state of the corpse, I think it's safe to say this is another case of the curse of the forsaken fish. Some of the residual curse energy is still lingering around the body. Just as expected, then. I suppose that's no surprise.
Oh, what was that just now?
We'll try to explain our understanding of the case so far, Detective. I realize some of it might sound a bit absurd, but please bear with us. This corpse is neither a fake, nor could it be called a mermaid. It's the remains of a human. One transformed into a fish as the result of a curse.
A what? A former human?
And a curse, too. Pretty hard to know what to say to that. One thing's for sure, that's not gonna fly in the case report by itself. Mind explaining a bit more for me?
Of course. Let's start with an explanation of our circumstances, then. I'll let you handle the explanations, ma'am. Of course, leave it to me. In return, I'll be counting on you to handle the report. Confound it. First, I suppose I should start with a brief explanation of the department I work for.
You gotta crash. Have a good night, Kid of Death. Thanks for hanging out. Wait, aren't you part of some secret department in the security division over in Tokyo? Are you sure you should be telling me something like that? I'm not gonna get caught up in any troublesome business if you do, am I?
No need to worry. I doubt it'll come to that. Probably. Our work is mostly kept a secret because it's something of a pain to find people who will accept, let alone understand, the circumstance each time. But you've been very supportive so far. I can't imagine that'll be a problem.
Well, if you really exist, go ahead, I guess.
As you say, my division is indeed part of the security division. Its proper name is the Paranormal Affairs Bureau.
And we know that name. Yeah. Right. Right. So this is the one. This is the same police department that we had. Habari, bitch. Hi. The same department we dealt with last game. And nobody's met the leader of the division, apparently. He's very elusive. Jeez, Paranormal Affairs Bureau, huh? Though if there really are cases of spiritual phenomena causing harm around the place, guess it's not that hard to believe there'd be some sort of organization to deal with them within the police.
Precisely. I'm glad you're so quick on the uptake.
Well, after seeing that corpse over there, there's not much else they can do but believe it, you know? I think that's probably the case, Guy. Does that mean you have spirit sense or some sort of psychic powers?
Not to any notable degree, I'm afraid. As I mentioned, I'm primarily a housewife. If you ask me, I'd rather sort this all out and get back home to my husband as soon as possible.
Right.
Soto here was my husband's protege when he used to work as a psychic, though. He helps me out on any work I'm assigned to. I'm responsible for handling any spiritual work that comes up, yes.
Spiritual work, huh? Hearing you say that, like it's just another job, really makes me feel like we're talking about another industry entirely. But if you really are just a housewife, Mrs. Shiki, why are you working for a special unit like that? I know it's none of my business, but if your husband's a psychic, wouldn't all this be more in his line of work?
True. Personally, I'd also rather our roles were reversed. But there are several reasons why that unfortunately can't be the case.
I see. Don't really know your circumstances, but it sounds pretty tough. Either way, I should be good to put this down as a paranormal affairs case then.
That should be fine, yes. You can leave the rest of the investigation to us. We'll also handle the report. More specifically, Soto will.
Really? Thanks, that's a great help.
Not again.
There was once one other member who had no paranormal. Ah, yeah. This was one of the guys in the last game, Tetsu Tatsumi. We can, okay. Okay. Yep. Psychic sense. Blah, 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 blah. Creating a curse is difficult. The more powerful the curse, the more stringent the conditions. Spirit sense. Okay.
So, does that mean you came all the way to Mie because you knew something like this was gonna happen?
Oh, that's awfully perceptive of you, Detective. I suppose you could say that yes, at the least, the situation hasn't come as a huge surprise.
If that's the case, was the body from the other day one of those cases too then?
Oh boy! More recollection! Yay! Ah! At this rate, we're gonna just do recollection for the rest of this stream. Actually, I'm probably gonna end after this segment because it's already 12:30. It was indeed, yes.
Seriously, that does sound like a pain to deal with. I bet our chief knew all about this when he assigned me the case.
If it lessens the burden, you've been a great help to us so far, Detective.
I don't mind occult stuff, so I've been asking all these questions out of curiosity. It's probably best I don't get too involved in all this paranormal business, right? You must have had a good reason for keeping it under wraps after all.
I think that would be wise, yes.
I never would have thought there's a curse out there that can turn people into fish. And it only half worked, so the victim ended up looking like a mermaid. That's bound to cause some misunderstandings.
The curse is originally meant to turn a person's whole body into that of a fish, you see. But the victim died before the transformation was complete, so it stopped before it could reach that point. The vast majority of the mermaids discovered over the years are either man-made fakes or victims of the same curse.
I see. To be honest, part of me was kind of excited when I first saw what it looked like. I thought it might mean there are really mermaids out there, you know? Exactly like the ones you hear in stories.
I'm afraid we can neither confirm nor deny things there. Starflash, yeah! Hey! Yes, indeed. We're doing the new Paranormasight. Long time no see. How have you been? I know. We saw it in the Nintendo Direct the other morning, and it was like... we saw it and we were like, oh my god, it has to happen. Yeah, I mean, we've been pretty good. As you can see, I'm now fully animated. So, it makes for a good time. I mean, the game hasn't made me scream yet, although it has... it has already caused me some anxiety. Oh boy. I'm really excited to be playing this one though. So, the last one was just really that good. And this one already, like just from, I'm just gonna go to the story chart. Oh. No, I can't go back to the story chart. So we're like, we've already met 4 playable routes. And that's like already feeling bigger than the last one. So it looks like it's gonna be bigger, and that's exciting in and of itself. Yeah. And the bird stickers are back. Look. Where is it? That's the gather. The birds are back. We got stickers again. I'm so excited for the stickers. Look at this one. He's so cute. And there's a diving game too, where you have like you can catch different kinds of shells. Like you got to get different gather like scallops and stuff. That's pretty neat too. So far it's been a lot. No jump scares yet. I know they're coming. But I like the diving game too. It's pretty neat, guy. Honestly, I kind of feel like I would have been smart to do more of it at the beginning, kind of. I might go and like do a little bit more of it off stream and see if I can't like keep the fishing level or like the level, because I feel like that's going to be really important later on. Who knows though? It could just be a ruse. Anywho, I'm afraid we can neither confirm nor deny things there.
I get why you were asking about the corpse's identity now. It's because you realized they used to be human, right?
That's right. Very recently, too. The transformation likely happened yesterday, or even earlier today.
What? That recently? Someone could really end up in a state like this after just a day?
They certainly could.
Seriously, these curses sure are scary. I'll get forensics to take a look when they get here then.
Please do. The investigator in question has worked on paranormal affairs cases before, so they shouldn't need any explanation.
Alright, the case from yesterday. Great, that should save us some effort then. Cursed one day, a mummified corpse the next. Sure is a scary world we live in. You know, I sometimes find myself wondering if I have a bit of spirit sense as well. There have been times when I caught sight of strange things while walking down the road at night. When I looked into it later, I found the place I'd walked by had been the site of an accident or the like.
Oh, that might be the real deal then. It's definitely a possibility. I would advise not getting too close to anything you see of that nature. It becomes easier for them to target you if they realize you're aware of them, you see.
Jeez, what would happen then? Guess I'd end up possessed or something.
There is that danger, yes. In the event you are possessed, you may find yourself afflicted by headaches, muscle stiffness, and hallucinations. Memory problems and impaired thinking are also not unheard of.
Headaches and muscle stiffness definitely ring a bell. I'll sure hope it isn't the work of some spirit. Do people have their personalities taken over when possessed too?
It may be possible with spirits who had a very close relationship to the target, such as if they were siblings or were parent and child. But you almost never hear about people being taken over completely. The negative effects I mentioned are primarily caused by two parties not being in sync.
That's good to know, I think.
Even if a spirit were to successfully possess someone, it would only be able to pressure them to behave in ways that wouldn't be unusual for the individual in question.
I see, but in that case, there's no way of knowing whether you're behaving that way of your own will or not, right?
Exactly. Hence the prevalence of cases where people don't even realize they're possessed.
So that's how things work there.
Probably gonna go to bed. Have fun. Yeah, you should. It wasn't terribly expensive. I mean, I pre-ordered it the day they announced it. But I think it was like 25, maybe. Hold on, I'll look for you. Store, what? Where'd it go? Oh, I don't know. It just disappeared on me. What is Sato turn? What? Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, it was 25 US. So, there you go.
As far as I know, I haven't been having any problems like that, though, so I think I should be fine. Having spirit sense seems like it's more trouble than it's worth somehow.
Okay. Is there supposed to be something that I see with this? Like, we already found the sticker.
And how much time has passed since the victim succumbed to the curse of the Forsaken Fish? It would probably have been more difficult to determine the cause if it happened a while ago.
Huh.
This is Fudamigara, the coastline just north of Ise City. It's a pretty popular location for tourists, and there are several beaches nearby as well, so a bunch of people are milling about.
It certainly is an impressive sight. Too bad we couldn't come here as simple tourists. The sound of waves and the buzz from the onlookers fills the air around us. I suppose it's inevitable that the police being around would draw people's attention. I just hope it doesn't cause a commotion. The local police have the area closed off to make sure bystanders can't get too close. This is Masaru Ide, a detective from the local police, acting as my point of contact while I'm over here, as well as providing any support I need. I don't doubt it's quite a troublesome assignment. There are a lot of things that need to be kept secret, for one. But he's been very good about not prying into the particulars while doing what needs to be done. Occasional grumbling notwithstanding. Given what this case has ended up involving, though, those particulars may not end up remaining undisclosed for much longer. Ah, that's probably what I was missing here. This is Soto Kiryu. He's worked with me as my assistant for a long time now, although he usually makes his living as a psychic detective. He's not officially with the police, but with my assignments being what they are, he has special permission to accompany me on my investigations.
Ma'am,
What is it?
perhaps I could use my Shagun ability to see if it produces any results.
That's an excellent idea. I almost forgot we had such a handy trick up our sleeve.
Shagun, what does that do?
Patience, detective. You'll see soon enough.
Right.
There, it's done. Oh, so it went well, did it? Well done, Soto.
What's this all about then?
Soto can see the face of the deceased from a piece of their remains, however small. He can then sketch their features based on what he saw.
Ah, so that's how you got a sketch of the victim in that other case. An ability like that would be priceless if we could use it on the Force, you know.
Well, I hear it doesn't always work, so it's unfortunately not foolproof. So, what did our victim look like?
Well, guy!
About that, I think it might be faster to see for yourself. In this face, it's Somikawa.
Oh wait, Somikawa? You can't mean...
Oh boy. We're already getting wiggle room, guys. What? Remnant, what do you want about? Do you guys want to do one more section tonight? Or should we call it? Got milk guy, what? You think this is good? Poll it? I should poll it, huh? Also, of the 7 votes, a lot of us feel old. Alright. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Mm-hmm. There we go. Put it up for 2 minutes. But this flowchart gets bigger with new characters that'll show up. Yeah, probably. Considering I can zoom in quite a bit. I could just do some more underwater gathering. If we do one more section, it'll be this part here. Have I ever played Psychonauts? Yes, and I hated it. The camera was awful. Alright. It looks like Twitch side isn't voting at all. Alright, you guys, most of you want me to do one more section. We'll do one more. Okay, here we go. Yumiko Shiki arrives in Toba City, Mie Prefecture, to investigate the discovery of skeletal remains with her assistant, Soto Kiryu. Yay! Date unknown, August 1980-something, morning.
Welcome in. I've been waiting for you. The site where the bones were found is a little ways offshore from this beach.
You went ahead and started the investigation, I see. Thanks for that.
Not at all. You clearing everything with local policemen, all I had to do was arrive and inspect the remains myself. To get straight to the point, there's no doubt signs of a curse are clearly evident. The skeletal remains are tied to a supernatural incident.
Seems I was right to trust my intuition on this one. Alright then, let me hear the full report.
Understood.
First, turn my sight ability on and look around. See if it helps me find a sticker again. Because that other sticker just glowed right up, right? Okay, I guess not. Okay.
To begin with, shall we review the details of the case?
Is that really necessary?
Summarizing may help us notice something we missed.
Not a day goes past that I don't admire your diligence, Soto.
My thanks. I'll strive to be brief. A few days ago, a fisherman off the coast here hauled up a long rod-like object. It resembled a human bone, so he notified the police. That was about 10 days ago.
So he fished it up completely by chance.
Following that, the police conducted an underwater investigation of the surrounding area. They discovered multiple skeletal remains in a fissure beneath the rocks. All the remains were severely deteriorated, with each being several years to several decades old. As a result, forensics struggled to identify the victims. There was just too little to go on. Only fragments of the skulls remained, so facial reconstruction was apparently not possible.
Hardly surprising in such a state. Still, with your ability, we hardly need facial reconstruction, do we?
Indeed. I'll report my discoveries shortly.
You know, one possibility comes to mind. Will you humor me?
Please go ahead.
I wonder if those skeletal remains could be victims of the Kamishima Southern Sea disaster from 5 years ago.
Regrettably, that is not the case.
Oh, darn it.
Please don't sound so defeated. Forensics confirmed 5 bodies in total, but they said that each had decomposed over a different length of time.
Oh, meaning they didn't all die at the same time?
Correct. The most recent appears to date back 6 years. The others go back some 10 years before that, and another 10 and another 10, and so on.
So roughly one body every 10 years.
Indeed. I imagine that any older remains may have simply decayed entirely.
Which means someone's been using that fissure as a place to dump corpses for decades.
It's surrounded by rock, and with minimal currents in the area, it's unlikely they drifted there naturally. Had that bone not been fished up by chance, we'd never have known. In other words, it was an ideal site for quietly disposing of bodies.
So this was no accident. Someone did this. I imagine quite some resentment must have piled up over the years.
Indeed. I've already cleansed the lingering resentment in the area. Leaving such resentment to fester could lead to a curse manifesting after all. Efficient as always.
That might be what they were trying to do.
My thanks. There was one more point of concern that all the remains have in common.
Go on.
Each body bore a clean, precise cut, clearly severed.
Severed? You're saying they were sliced straight through the bone?
Exactly. Each was sliced down through the bone, all with a clean cut as smooth as the last. Forensics noted that reproducing such uniform cuts would be extremely difficult.
Maybe.
Even with industrial equipment, such precision wouldn't have been unachievable decades ago. One possible explanation is that a master swordsman wielding a razor-sharp katana cleaved each of them in a single stroke.
Yes, well, that would certainly explain it. But warriors don't exactly run around with swords in this day and age. Which brings us to the possibility of a curse, I suppose.
Correct. If the cuts were made by supernatural means, the rules change. And as it turns out, there were traces of a curse at each one of the severed points.
And it was just a matter of time until we found one.
Also, for the briefest moment, I glimpsed a curse echo that looked like a warrior in armor.
A curse echo in armor? Oh no! Oh boy!
Judging from the crest on its armor and given our location, it appears to be a curse tied to the Hege.
Right, the Hege.
You are familiar with Hege, I assume.
The Hege, I'm not too sure.
They were a branch of the Tyra clan, a warrior family who rose to power at the end of the Heian period. From their base in Ise province, they expanded their influence, reaching great heights under Tyra no Kiyomori. But in their pride, they were defeated by the Genji in what is now known as the Genpai War.
Yes, of course I knew that.
The tale of the Hege preserved just how prosperous they were before the fall. Many who lived through the downfall carry deep regrets. Their resentment is especially persistent. Many traces remain even today, and they can be quite meddlesome.
Indeed, you hear about it all over the place. I guess even by expert standards, it's quite a problem. Huh, okay. Okay.
What's more, the katana that the Kuroseko carried. I believe it may have been the famed blade Nukemaru.
Nukemaru?
Yes, a blade passed down through the Hege, once wielded by Taira no Tadamori.
I see. It would seem your love of swords has proved rather useful here. So what you're saying is these skeletal remains were cut and killed by the power of Tadamori's curse.
Can't say it was Tadamori himself, but I am confident it was cursed from someone within the Hege. At very least, it offers an explanation for those mysteriously perfect cuts.
But the body is being dumped every decade. Surely that can't be the curse too, can it?
Correct. I imagine that part likely involves further intervention by someone else.
So this wasn't an accident, but
By some spontaneous curse, there's a perpetrator out there.
Indeed. However, I can't imagine any psychic with enough power to wield such a curse would dispose of bodies so poorly. My theory is someone's using a curse stone, killing through its curse, and then discarding the bodies.
A curse stone.
Think of it as a talisman that lets even those without a spirit sense use the power of curses. They're created when intense resentment fuses with a suitable relic.
That sounds dangerously convenient.
There were a few incidents involving curse stones in Tokyo last year, actually. Didn't you hear?
Oh, now that you mention it, that somewhat rings a bell.
Ah, yes. Great. I think that whoever was doing this was probably trying to create a curse stone.
So in short, whoever's behind this possesses a stone imbued with the Heige's curse. They used it to kill someone roughly every decade, dumping the body into the sea.
Yes, that aligns with the evidence. Thank you for the summary.
Now then, about those skeletal remains. Were you able to use your shotgun, Soda?
Yes, I did. It only worked on the most recent body, though, the one from 6 years ago. By viewing part of the remains, I was able to reconstruct a portrait sketch on how he looked when he was alive. Here's a copy. I've already provided one to the police as well.
Impressive. That ability of yours remains quite the asset.
Not always. There are times when the vision just doesn't come through. It's far from infallible. Besides, there are those who could simply speak directly with the victim's spirit and ask who did it.
Even so, none of those methods would hold up as admissible evidence in court. But as a lead in our investigation, it's more than enough. Excellent work.
Thank you. We had the police compare the sketch against missing people from 6 years ago, but no matches were found.
Darn, would have made things much easier.
Detective Ide is continuing the investigation.
Ah, the detective with the local police. I've heard he's good, so let's hope he proves it.
All victims male. Okay. Hello, Madamus. Welcome in.
Say, Soto, that sketch of yours. Maybe we should show it to some of the locals.
Good point. Someone might recognize him if they were around here 6 years ago. If we could identify the victim, it could help us trace the one who used the curse.
I guess we can't just leave things now that we know there's a curse involved. Honestly, I'd rather not deal with it.
There you go again. You sure that's something you should be saying out loud?
Obviously not. I just want to get this over with and go home, that's all.
Yes, yes. We all know how much you love your home.
You can see the sea from here all the way to Kamishima. Do you sense anything out there, Soto?
Yes, I do. The waters south of Kamishima are saturated with the powerful presence of the curse of raging waves.
Huh.
I can sense it even from this distance. That's how strong it is.
Is that so? Looking out to sea, I can't see a thing. I just hope this means we've made it in time.
Even during the disaster 5 years ago, the energy was never this overwhelming. The seal is broken, there's no doubt about it.
So it's already broken. That isn't good. The sea still seems calm, though. Does the storm not break out immediately?
Something seems to be holding it back for now.
Oh, there's a silver lining at least. It seems stable for the moment. We probably have 2 or 3 days of safety.
Hello, Bacon Man. Also, hello, thanks for subscribing, Derek. I don't know why my alerts don't want to work. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
And then we've got a bit of breathing room. Perhaps there's still something we can do.
A curse that causes an outbreak of turbulent waves and violent storms in the seas around Kamishima. Said the curse was born from the resentment of the former residents of Taishima, an island once located to the south, after someone brought about its destruction. Some believe that several disasters that have struck were actually caused by this curse in some manner, including the Kamishima South Sea disaster that occurred 5 years ago. The person accused of bringing the curse to Kamishima was called the Raging Waves Curse Bearer and was shunned by the island's inhabitants. Which would have been his mom.
I hope we can do something about the curse of the raging waves while it's still being held back. Yes, but despite all our efforts, we still haven't found a way to lift the curse. We might have quite a struggle ahead of us.
Yeah. I agree, guy.
That's really the heart of the problem, isn't it? And we have no idea where your ancestors' keepsake is either. I apologize on behalf of my family. Ma'am, behind you. Behind me?
Ah! No! No! No, I don't want to turn around! Oh. Oh, okay. Wait, what? Excuse me?
Who's that? Just someone from town passing by. She bolted. Soto after her. On it. Hey, stop.
Let go of me. I didn't do nothing wrong.
Never apprehended the suspect. Good work. Sorry for the rough handling. Mind helping us out a bit?
Huh.
What were you doing here? Why did you run?
What? Don't get smart with me. You're the suspicious ones. Sneaking around and poking into things.
You think folks won't be wary with shady...
Oh, you think folks won't be wary with shady types like you wandering through town?
I see. Sorry if we gave you a scare. We're with the police. Nothing shady here.
You're with the police? Seriously?
You heard about the skeletal remains found nearby, yes. That's what we're looking into.
You don't look like police.
Say, do you live around here? There's something I'd like you to take a quick look at.
Huh?
Do you recognize this face at all? We believe he may have been around here about 6 years ago.
Huh? Nope, don't know him.
I see. Then, could you point us in the direction of someone who might know about people coming and going in town?
No idea. Ask whoever you want. Can I go now? I've got nothing to do with this. Don't know a thing.
Alright, sorry for holding you up. What a peculiar woman. It was like her mind was somewhere else entirely. Either way, we should talk to more people in town. Agreed. Also, could you ask around and find out who that woman is? Of course.
Several hours later.
Ma'am, I've learned a few things. Excellent. Let's hear it.
It would make an interesting anime. Aha! Sticker! Maverick Manny. You look around here one more time.
I showed the sketch of the victim to several townsfolk. It would seem no one here recognized him at all. Unfortunately, I suppose that the chances are he wasn't from this area to begin with. Guess we'll have to place our hopes on Detective Ide then. You don't suppose you might be working with a bad sketch here? You needn't worry about that. I'm confident in the likeness. It should be a near-perfect match. You're right, I'm sure it's close. Sorry for doubting you. I also asked around about the woman we encountered earlier.
And then they're gonna get me real hard later on when I've let down my guard. I got it, guy. I know.
Apparently, she isn't originally from this town. Oh, is that so? Apparently, she wandered into town about 5 years ago. She's been living all alone in a cheap rental apartment on the outskirts of town ever since. When she first arrived, she had nothing but an old wooden box, which she was clutching as if it were very dear to her. Nothing but an old wooden box? Supposedly, she used to work as an amba diver. Around when she first moved here, she'd occasionally go diving for fish. But these days, she keeps to herself and no one ever sees her diving anymore. No one really knows how she supports herself, and many of the islanders find her unsettling. Perhaps she fled from something and moved to her life here. That was suggested, yes, but she's never spoken about her past, so no one knows for sure. Although, according to her landlord, she's never been late on rent. And she's never caused any problems either. It seems so odd she'd get worked up about strangers coming to town. Doesn't seem like she's in any position to be worrying about that. You think she might be hiding something? It's possible. Her attitude changed the moment we said we were the police. Perhaps she was keeping watch over the coast where the bodies were dumped, waiting to see if someone showed up. Right, I mean the most recent body's from 6 years ago, and she arrived in town 5 years back. The timing's rather suspicious when you look at it like that. We'd best keep an eye on her. Agreed. Were you able to get her name? Apparently her last name is Somakawa, but I didn't manage to get her first name. Somakawa? Why does that name sound so familiar? You've heard it before. I think so, but I can't quite remember where. But I'm a woman who cast off her past long ago. I guess I shouldn't let it bother me. Not this again. Let's leave any time-consuming background checks to Detective Ide. Very well, I'll inform him.
That looks like the mom.
So this means the woman might have been marking us since we got here.
It's possible. I apologize for not noticing sooner. Even a moment's lapse can expose one to a curse. I was careless, but I won't let it happen again.
You can be cursed that easily. That's terrifying. What a world we live in.
That concludes all the information I gathered from my inquiries.
That helps a lot, thanks.
Shall I summarize our next steps?
I suppose we need to do something about all this. Let's see.
Regarding the unidentified skeletons, until we can identify the victim from the sketch, we have no other leads to move forward. I believe this is best left in Detective Ide's hands.
Yes, agreed.
And I think the same goes for that Somakawa woman from earlier. We'll have Detective Ide look into her.
It's nice to have someone we can rely on. Agreed on that end too. In other words, we can safely leave the skeleton case to him for now.
Yes, though we should remain vigilant regarding curse stones. Regarding our main objective, or the so-called Curse of Raging Waves, without knowing how to lift it, there's not much we can do right now.
I don't suppose there's a chance you'd be able to break the curse using brute force. You're quite good at that.
It's certainly an option if it comes to the worst. If worse comes to worse, but I can't say I have high hopes that it would work.
I guess it would be more realistic to try and find some clues about the whereabouts of your ancestors' keepsake instead.
Indeed, it said the item may hold the key to lifting the Curse of the Raging Waves. But even the location of the map pointing to that keepsake has unfortunately been lost to time. Although the map is said to be hidden inside a model of a mermaid mummy. One rumor says it was sold overseas during the Edo period.
Doesn't sound promising. If we can't find it, I guess we're back to trying to break the curse with brute force.
But to even consider that route, we need much more intel from the island.
Which is why we need to head to Kamishima. And at the very least, advise the locals to evacuate.
Yes, hopefully someone of influence there will believe us about the Curse of Raging Waves.
Is something wrong?
No, it's just one of the islanders I spoke with seems to be calling me over. Something may have happened. I'll go find out.
Please do.
Ma'am.
What was it?
The person who called me over shared a new piece of information. They were told to keep it secret, but opened up since we're with the police.
Go on.
Earlier this morning, down by the shore, they apparently found something that resembled the corpse of a mermaid.
A mermaid? Really?
The same person reported it to a local authority, and was immediately ordered to tell no one, not even police.
You're kidding me.
The local authority then contacted an unknown individual. Soon after, someone came and secretly retrieved the mermaid corpse.
That couldn't be more suspicious, could it?
Exactly. They were uneasy about the whole thing, which is why they confided in me. What shall we do?
Did they describe what the mermaid looked like?
They said from the head to shoulders it was human, but below that entirely fish. Though it's not the classic mermaid from fairy tales, it would seem.
Only the head was human.
They also said it was completely dried out, almost mummified. The face was unrecognizable. But they thought it resembled a local ama diver named Tamiko Suma.
What?
Apparently she went out diving alone this morning and hasn't returned. That's likely what worried the witness the most.
That is troubling. Damn it, just what we needed. More things to deal with. First things first, let's deal with this mermaid story. Come on.
Oh! Okay. Dealing with the mermaid story will be next time. It's now late enough and I am hungry. So, I hope that everybody enjoyed Paranormasight, even though there was not as much screaming as I expected and not as much fear as I expected tonight. Since we're now doing Bioshock, Paranormasight, Dongan, it's looking more and more like I'm gonna go back to the old model of having specific days of the week for specific streams. So I think we're probably going to be keeping Paranormasight on Thursdays. It seems like a good welcome back to the week, you know, like welcome back to streaming after my night off. Which means we'll be keeping Bioshock on Mondays. Shoot in order. I really hope we finish Shoot in tomorrow. I really, I love the game. Do not get me wrong, I love it. But it's just so much information. It's dragging a little. I'm sorry, Shuten. I love you. I do. I really do. Anywho, let's see. Do 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 do. Ba dum ba da da da. Da dum. Ba da da da. Da 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 dum. We love V3, Bioshock, and yeah. No, I'm just ready for Shooten to be over, is really what it is. What are you doing? You're probably doing... Oh! Hey guys! I know who will go raid. Perfect. Actually, let me just double check. Yeah, this would be funny. It'd be funny to go raid them. Perfect, perfect. What your channel banner you're working on will be? I don't know, guy. What are you working on? Something funny? Oh no! Do 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 do. Wow, wow, there's a lot of people playing this tonight. I wish I had the energy to keep playing, but I'm hungry. I'm sorry. Let's see. In fact, some people that I'm friendly with are playing it tonight. But I don't want to, you know, spoil anybody that is planning on watching. I only have 2 people in the recommended for my stream playing this. Oh, wow. Let's see. we'll just go here. I'm not really seeing anybody that I'm super interested in raiding, so we'll just raid here. I hope that everybody had fun tonight. I will see you tomorrow night for, hopefully, the conclusion of Shooten. It was a very anticipated game, indeed. Anywho, that's it for Neko for tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hello, I'm so sorry, we're ending. Welcome in, though. I was just saying that we're going to be continuing Paranormasight on Thursdays from now on. We usually start at 9:30 Eastern. And tomorrow we should be finishing Shoot and Order. Very excited to finish that, finally. It's a lot of info dumpy stuff. But I've done a little bit of research, and from where I was to the end appears to be about 3 hours. So I am very excited to get that finished. I will see you guys tomorrow night. What was I thinking? I was thinking something. Brain, please. Saturday member stream. I guess that's probably about it. We'll be doing lots of fun stuff, basically. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I need to rest. I hope to see you guys next time, though. There are not 2 more chapters of Shoot in Order. I will die. I will die. Anywho, until next time. Bye.